In the short term, if Mr. McConnell, the leader of the Senate, and the Speaker of the House, John Boehner, want to have a vote on whether what I'm doing is legal or not, they can have that vote. I will veto that vote because I'm absolutely confident that what we're doing is the right thing to do.
The president is convinced that he did not only the right thing with his executive order on immigration, but he did the only thing that was within his power to change America's broken immigration system. Thing is, even he has admitted he overstepped himself. The president snapped the Constitution on this one, and no one seems to be paying attention to what that has done to the opinion of immigrants coming to America. Our guest was there in Miami when the president took his immigration push-in tour. He is co-director of the Dream Action Center and an undocumented immigrant who, despite being an attorney, can't practice in America because he's not here legally. Cesar Vargas returns to Midpoint. Cesar, thanks so much for being here again.
Hey, thank you so much for having me again.
Cesar, I would imagine that it was a love fest there with the president. What was the general reaction that you got from people as they listened to him speak and after he was done?
No, you know, FIU in Florida, it's definitely, especially Miami's a city that's definitely supportive of the president. It was one of the counties that supported the president in 2012, 2008. But I think overall the attitude was about making sure that the president listened to the stories of people who would benefit from the president's executive actions, but also to the stories of people who were left behind from the president's executive actions, and to push him to do more.
Cesar, we've talked to a number of scholars, constitutional law scholars and others, and they have told us that what the president did was indeed unconstitutional. Are you comfortable with being part of a decision that was based on the breaking of the Constitution?
Well, you know, we definitely have a legal debate. We have lawyers from both sides really coming into debating whether the president actually acted constitutional or unconstitutional.
But let's just say that he acted against the Constitution. Are you comfortable with being part of this, knowing that the president went constitutionally rogue to get this done?
Well, based on the law that has recently been found, including the Supreme Court has found the president broad powers on immigration, I am comfortable with the president's actions. And in fact, it was actually pretty conservative. He could have done more than what he actually did. So I think right now we do have the president who is standing on solid legal ground.
Okay, but again, we're just going to point out that we've had a number of scholars, you have as well, and I know that the way this goes, because it is such a wide interpretation of constitutional law, but there are still many people who say that the president did violate the Constitution here. Let's keep that very firm right here. Let me also ask you, there are those people who feel that because of what he did, that this has hardened the atmosphere towards immigrants coming into this country right now, that this may kill any real permanent and agreeable immigration reform because of the way that he's gone about it. Would you agree or disagree?
Oh, I definitely disagree. The president and so do we have been working with Republicans, with Democrats to try to push immigration reform. And the reality is that the Republican infighting, as we're seeing now with the DHS shutdown, that Republicans themselves cannot even get a solution forward, let alone work with Democrats. So for us, it's bringing it back to, for us working with Republicans and Democrats to tell the stories of the people who are there. You know, my family, half of them are U.S. citizens, and, you know, me and my younger brother, the only few undocumented. So, you know, these are American families that are going through a broken immigration system. The president yesterday spoke with a veteran whose mother is in deportation proceedings. So, you know, when
Cesar,
we have a veteran
might this not, though,
fighting,
if indeed the courts do prevail in this and they shut down the immigration that the immigration reform that the president has pushed through executive action, don't you think that this is just going to harden things and it's going to make it tougher down the road to get real, solid, agreeable immigration reform?
You know, absolutely not. I think right now we are seeing a fight both in the courts and political, and even the courts right now is you know, they're delving into the political fight. So for us, it's not so much what's going to happen in next year or a few years. For us, it's what's going to bring relief to the families, to the American families who want a modern immigration system. And if Congress cannot get their act together, then the president needs to act and acts as a leader, because we cannot wait for a broken Congress to act when Congress is demanding this. Churches, law enforcement agencies, businesses want immigration reform, and they're applauding the president for taking action.
Cesar, I got about 30 seconds left. Do the people that you talk to, yourself included, do you believe that the GOP hates Hispanics, as some people say?
No, absolutely not. I don't think they hate Hispanic. I don't think they hate Latinos. There's definitely a lot of great Republicans who do want to be able to fix immigration reform. They're working with us. We're working with them. So I think there is a political climate that's preventing both parties from working together. So for us, for me, when I go to Washington, when I go to state legislation, I'm not advocating for a party. I'm advocating for my country and for my family. So, and I think for us, it's sticking to that. And that's what's going to really get a solution forward, not political parties, not political fights.
All right, the solution is the word that we're all looking for here, and I don't know if we're any closer to it, but at least we'll all keep looking. Cesar Vargas, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Ed.
All right, take care. If the government shuts down tonight, one lawmaker promises to chuck its paycheck to charity. Nice gesture, but is it more meaningless than anything else? One of the issues we'll hit when we kick back on the Friday call from Midpoint. Stay with us.